Hey, friend, have you been watching me for months and wondering if you could do that? If you could paint like that? Well, newsflash, you can. This is your moment. Our spring workshop begins April 15th and 17th, and we're going to be painting this Highland Cow design that you see hanging up behind me. It's all happening in a private Facebook group, and we're going to be walking you through the entire project step by step. I'm going to go through all the details in this live today, explaining exactly what you need to do to get involved and what your options are, because we kind of have a choose your own journey sort of situation. You can completely DIY this yourself, cut out your own wood blank, gather all your supplies, maybe gather stuff that you already have laying around and not even make a trip to the craft store. Or you could make things really easy on yourself by grabbing the kit and the paint pack that we have put together for you to make this super simple. One option is going to be cheaper than the other, but either way, you can paint with us. Hello, Wanda. Drop me a comment. Let me know if you're excited about this project. But first, I want to talk about what you're going to get when you sign up. So when you sign up, it's going to cost $10. You're going to get 2 exclusive door hanger templates to download. The one for the front, which is their bandana Lola that we're going to be painting in this workshop, plus a bonus template for Lola the Patriot. And we aren't going to be teaching the tutorial for Lola the Patriot in this workshop, but you will get access to the template for you to paint this on your own, or if you decide to join us in the Painters Clubhouse, you'll get the video tutorial for that as well. You're also going to get a matching supply list that's going to walk you through all the colors and all the little things that you're going to need, like your brushes, maybe I started to say painter's tape, but I don't think you're going to need painter's tape for this one. A chip brush, a little water spritzer bottle, maybe paint pens, things like that. So I've got it all listed for you on the supply list that you'll get to download once you sign up. Hello, Anne. Hello, Margarita. Welcome, Tammy. And then you're also going to get access to a private Facebook group where all of this is happening. It's going to be like a party right here on Facebook for a couple of weeks. You'll be seeing pictures of what people are gathering together, their supplies, their setup. You'll be seeing pictures of their progress as they're painting. And then all of the live tutorials are going to happen in this Facebook group as well. So you'll definitely want to make sure you're in the group after you sign up, because I'll be sharing all of my best tips and tricks for painting door hangers during this event. Not to mention, you're going to be learning and being inspired by so many women who are doing this right alongside you. We invite all of our Painters Clubhouse members to come and take part in this event for free. And so it's always so fun to see them get to participate, but also sort of mentor some of you who maybe are at where they used to be at the beginner stage. And so if they see you struggling with a little something or see you ask a question, a lot of times they're really quick to jump in and say, hey, this is how you fix that. Or, don't get discouraged. I used to be in the same spot as you. Tammy said, can we buy the boards already done? Yes, I'm getting to that in just a moment. I'm going to share the kit that we have available for you. Hey, Susie. Hello, Mary and Cindy. And then I'm also going to share the paint pack that we put together through DecoArt. So you're going to get access to the Facebook group, the step-by-step tutorials. Like I said, they're happening April 15th and 17th at 7 p.m. Central. Don't worry, we have replays that you'll get access through through the end of May. And like I said, you can do this budget friendly for just $10, cutting out your own wood round or just picking one up at the local craft store and using the supplies you have on hand. Or you can get it all in one with our workshop kit. Now, the kit does not come with the paint, so that I'm going to show you in just a moment. To keep these kits affordable, we just have an 18-inch wood round in there with nothing on the front or back. So this is like a blank canvas, if you will. But don't worry, blank canvases can be intimidating, but we are providing you with the printed supply list and the printed template and a piece of graphite paper. And I'm going to walk you through how to use these supplies on night number 1 to transfer the design to the wood so that you're not operating with a blank canvas and you'll have somewhere to start. And then we'll be walking you through it step by step on painting the background and adding the layers. And we're going to break this painting session into 2 nights, on a Tuesday and a Thursday night. That way you don't get too overwhelmed with trying to do the entire project in one sitting. Hey, Christina, if you have done a previous workshop with me, please drop a comment and let me know how you liked it and like what the experience was like for you. Breaking it into 2 nights can make this more manageable for people. We also have a Zoom call on night in between. So Tuesday's painting night number 1. Wednesday night we'll have a Zoom call where you guys can ask questions, catch up with each other, and then Thursday night will be night number 2. But either way, you have to sign up for the $10 to get access to this. So buying the kit by itself doesn't get you access. The $10 is access to the Facebook group, the tutorials, and the template downloads. This, the $45 is for the kit, and it does ship for free. Now, the kit also includes a set of brushes and the 3D lettering that you're going to want to make this really easy. Let me show you the design hanging on the wall behind me. I used the 3D lettering on the example, but the night of the tutorial, I will be hand lettering this. That way, in case you can't afford to buy I'm tripping over my words. In case you can't afford to buy the kit with the 3D wording, I'm going to be showing you how to do that lettering in a simple way using just a brush or a paint pen, you choose. But this is what it looks like with the 3D lettering, which makes it so easy because you can just sponge paint that right on there and then glue it down. Here's what the back side looks like. Just a reminder, we're not teaching the video tutorial for this one inside the workshop. That's happening in the Painters Clubhouse on April 28th. So if you enjoy painting Bandana Lola with us and you want to take it a step further and make this a double-sided design and you don't feel comfortable painting this side by yourself, you can join the Painters Clubhouse and finish out the entire project front to back with us in the clubhouse. Now, if you don't know what the Painters Clubhouse is, it is our painting membership where we teach door hanger painting and take you from frustrated and trying to figure this out on your own to a confident painter who feels ready to tackle any project. Tammy says, this is so much fun. I've done it 3 times and I love it. Samantha says, are those the 3D elements? Yeah, the 3D elements are the words for each side. One side that says welcome, the other side says red, white, and moo. Angie says, I love the ones I've done. They're very informative. Wanda says, I've done them before. It was so much fun and a great way to meet others. Laurel says she learned a lot and gained a lot of confidence in her painting. Christina says, I loved the fall workshop. It was so fun. And I did paint parties from those door hangers. I'm so glad you said this, Christina, because this is a great reminder that whatever you learn to paint with me, you can go and sell this project at your future craft fairs or teach it in a paint party, this spring or this summer. And so what you learn, you can directly take that and go and make money with it. Now, a lot of you guys may be like, no, that ain't for me. And that's okay too. You can just do this as a hobby. But I want you to know that that is an option if you so choose to do that. Pam says, Bandana Lola is so cute. I love the extra workshops. I've been doing them for nearly 5 years. Pam has been with me for a long time. And so many of you have joined our painting membership, the Painters Clubhouse, as a result of these workshops. Why? Because the workshops give you a chance to test yourself. Instead of watching and watching and watching and thinking, I wish I could paint a door hanger and never actually getting around to painting a door hanger, these workshops kind of put that to the test. And it gives you an opportunity to say, okay, let me try this. Because spoiler alert, it's just paint. You can paint over it. And there's no way you can mess this up. Even if you feel like, oh, I messed this up, guess what? We've got a fix for that. You can dry it. You can paint right over that. And nobody will ever know. So don't be afraid you're going to mess it up. Don't be afraid you're going to waste something. I know that's something I hear a lot too is, what if I waste the paint? What if I waste the board? There is no waste because you're going to learn something. So even if you did waste a little bit of paint in the beginning, is it really wasted if you learned something in the process? No. So many women who've been watching me for months and having a hard time giving themselves permission to do something like this. Maybe they feel like it's selfish to spend this kind of money on themselves, or maybe they feel like it's selfish to spend the time on themselves, have found that through painting, they've discovered a new way to relieve stress. They've discovered a new confidence in themselves, and it has unlocked so many other projects. I mean, take a look at these 3 projects right here that we did in the Painters Clubhouse just in the last 2 months. So many ladies have been painting projects like this every month with me ever since they joined their first workshop. Let's see. Tammy says, everyone will help you if you ask. It's a fun place to be. Yeah, if you feel like you're struggling or stuck on something throughout this project, just post a question or take a picture of the part that you're frustrated with and be like, what am I doing wrong here? Somebody will jump in and help you out, guaranteed. Wendy says, I think I've done 4 or 5 of these workshops with you, and I'm in Painters Clubhouse as well. So many of you have taken the plunge and joined the clubhouse after these types of workshops. Heather says, I've been addicted ever since. Yes, they are addicting because the feedback you get during these workshops kind of puts you on a bit of like a dopamine high. Like you're like, oh, wow, like I feel empowered to create something else. And I feel validated that this actually did turn out kind of good. Everybody else is saying, oh, I love the bow you made, or I love the colors you used on the flowers. Little things like that give you a boost of confidence. And sometimes that's lacking in our everyday life if you don't have somebody at home with you that's like, oh, wow, you painted that? And so doing something like this in a supportive community is exactly what you need to be able to make progress. Yes, this is not the first time we've seen Lola. Connie said Lola was the first door hanger that I did 2 years ago. I amazed myself with how well it went and the compliments I've gotten. Lola was a door hanger we taught 2 years ago, and we are pulling her out of the archives, and we've given her a fresh facelift, and we're teaching her again because you know what? Highland Cows are everywhere. If you haven't been in Hobby Lobby lately, they are on every shelf and in every part of the store. So they are definitely trending right now. So I thought this was the perfect time to bring her out and also to give ourselves a girl version of the patriotic side, because the original one was the original patriotic was Jed the Patriot, which is like Lola's boy cousin or brother. I don't know, whatever you want to look at it like. I know, I can't believe it's been 2 years either. But I do remember after the last workshop, the last Lola workshop, how many of you guys were like, this unlocked something in me. I think of Dina Klingerman in our Painters Clubhouse group. She now has a business. She's a part of her local Chamber of Commerce. She has painted so many door hangers and started painting custom portraits of horses that are like her customers' horses will send her pictures of their horses, and she's been painting horse portraits. Like, who would have thought? That's not something I do, but that's something that Lola unlocked inside of Dina Klingerman way back 2 years ago. And then next thing you know, she like launched a whole business right after it and joined the Painters Clubhouse. And it's really changed her life in a lot of ways. So you don't have to be artistic to start out with this. Maybe Dina already had that artistic ability inside of her, but just didn't know it. Maybe you do. How many of you in the comments considered yourselves artistic before you started this workshop? I would love to know. Did you consider yourself artistic? And do you consider yourself artistic now? Drop me a comment and kind of let me know what that transition has been like. Because I think a lot of us think, well, I can't even draw a stick figure. And they think about like art as like needing to be perfect or have some sort of perfection, but that's not what it's about. It's about fun and discovery and kind of the journey that you take yourself on when you paint a different project. It unlocks something in you along the way. And so I like to think of it like this is not fine art. This is fun art, because it is truly fun to create something like this. If I'm painting a canvas to hang on my wall, this is just me personally. Sometimes I will think to myself, oh, it's got to be perfect, because I know I'm going to lay on the couch and look at that painting for the next 6 months to a year and pick apart all the little flaws in it. Really, we should not do that to ourselves. So I'm speaking to myself when I say this. But there's something very low pressure and approachable about painting a door hanger, because I'm not going to lay on the couch and stare at this. It's just going to go on my front door, and I'll get a peek at it when I open the door to go in and out of my home, or I welcome somebody into the house. And I get a little bit of like a dopamine boost when somebody knocks on the door and they're like, that is so cute. And you're like, I know I painted that. And you get to feel that little like, somebody else thinks my art is valuable feeling. Okay. Everybody in the comments is saying, Wendy said, not me. I did not feel artistic, but I do know a lot more than I did. So that's definite progress. Angie said, nope and yes. So no, she didn't feel artistic, but now she does. Pam says, absolutely no and absolutely yes. So you can definitely see that these ladies have gone through a transition from not feeling very artistic to yes, feeling artistic now. Now, Jacqueline, on the other hand, did feel artistic before, but she said, my abilities have grown so much. So I am so proud to hear that, Jacqueline. So yeah, whether you're a beginner or maybe you are a little artistic and you feel like you've grown over time, that says something. Laurel says, I was creative, but not artistic. And now I feel more artistic. I definitely feel like I was in that boat too, Laurel, when I first started painting door hangers. Is I definitely was creative and I felt confident to pick up a brush and try something, but I definitely didn't feel confident in my abilities to like create something I loved. Susie, yes, this is a common saying here in our community, trust the process. We tell you to trust the process because if you don't feel confident in your ability to make this happen, I want you to lean into my confidence, borrow some of my confidence in you, because I do feel confident in my ability to turn you into a painter, to make you feel artistic at the end of this process. So if you're feeling a little doubtful, borrow some of my confidence in you. Cheryl said, I didn't when I started, but I do now, and that you've taught me so much. Deanna says, Lola was in my memories today. Yeah, 2 years ago today. She said, it still made me so excited. I still can't believe I created that. Deanna, that just makes my heart sing to hear you guys say stuff like that. Connie says, I'm not paint artistic, but always told my brother that he got all of that gene. Don't we do that to ourselves? We tell ourselves, oh, I didn't get that gene. I'm not gifted like so-and-so in our family. I can sew and craft, but never thought about painting. And this has opened a totally new thing for me. My great-grandmother was the artist in our family. But what a lot of people didn't realize is grandma did not know how to do that when she was younger. She didn't learn how to paint until she was retired from teaching. And she went back to college and took classes, and it unlocked something in her. And growing up, I remember visiting her house and going in, and she had a whole room dedicated to her art. She did oil painting, which is a whole other thing than what we're doing. But I remember being in awe of her as a child and thinking she was this grand artist who could do all these things. It wasn't until I became much older that I learned that grandmother didn't always know how to do that. Like she took classes and learned it. So this is not something you have to be born with. This is something you can learn and develop. Hey, Kalitas, he said, Tamara, you, I can't even read your comment. You're awesome. Thank you. I appreciate that. Susie says, you're the best teacher I ever had. You guys are just going to make me cry today. Oh, goodness. So this is your reminder that you can't mess this up. It's just paint, and you are worth making time for. Make time for yourself. Put this on your calendar, April 15th and 17th, 7 p.m. Central. If you know you already have something on your calendar at those times, that's okay. Carve out the time between now and the end of April to complete this project. Do it for yourself. I promise you will thank me. All right, so if you are ready to sign up right now, I want you to go and click the link in the video description. I can also drop it down in the comments for you here. Let me grab it. And you can sign up for just $10. Once you sign up, you're going to see on the next page the option to buy the kit. If you've already signed up, I did drop the link to the kit here in the video for you for convenience, but you do have to sign up for $10 here first to get access to the Facebook group. But I want you to come and paint this Highland Cow with me. It's going to be a lot of fun. Like I said in the beginning, it is a double-sided design. We will be providing you with the template to this side for free, but to learn how to paint this one, if you want the tutorial, you'll have to join the Painters Clubhouse. We're going to be doing it April 28th in the Clubhouse. Let's see. Wanda says, I was afraid to paint either acrylics since I started out, but she said, since watching, I've learned to paint with acrylics and so many techniques. Thank you for sharing that. Yeah, a lot of us grew up with grandmas who learned from Bob on TV, and Bob's not around to teach us anymore. So hopefully I'm carrying that torch on for the rest of us, and you guys are going to pick up a paintbrush and decide to change your life today by learning how to paint door hangers. And I don't say that flippantly. It will change your life if you learn how to paint. It's done so for so many people in our community. I've heard story after story after story of people who are dealing with difficult things in their life right now, and they need something else. Or maybe they're just retired and they're looking for something else to carry them on and have something to do with their day that feels positive, this could be it for you. So go sign up right now. See you inside.